Chayela Rosenthal, WUNDERKInd of the VILNA ghetto, a personal reflection. Chaya means life. How does one describe the immense talent of a young girl who, at the age of 16, was forced into the VILNA ghetto? Trapped by ever-increasingly shocking conditions, living the loss of her father who was brutally taken away, and witnessing the unfolding of the worst crime in history, Chayela Rosenthal summoned up the stamina and courage to perform music sketches in the VILNA Ghetto Theatrical Company. While many felt strongly that you may not dance on a graveyard, others welcomed the short distraction from hunger, illness, and misery. It transported them to a world of song, of love, and it gave them strength to live another day, to try to understand the depravity all around them, and to proclaim, "We are still here." I portrayed Chayela's daughter in a stunning production of Fiddler on the Roof in 1979 in the then Nico Milan Theatre, Cape Town. Throughout the rehearsal period, Chayela displayed not only her innate talent, but also total professionalism. Surely the definitive Golda, she didn't seem to be acting. It was all so natural. Her timing was impeccable. Her histrionic and musical instincts spot on. Sheldon Harnick must have had her in mind when he wrote those lyrics. I would drive her to the theatre, and we had very important conversations together. Rehearsals were a shared joy. She had a magnetic presence, and she held the audience in the palm of her hand. And actually, Chayela and Golda weren't that different. They both had the same practical, positive personality. They had chen and chutzpah and charm and insightful characters, making the best of every situation, no matter how challenging, and hiding deep pain with humor and wit. Because, as if she hadn't suffered enough in her early years, Chayela was going to Groote Hospital a few times a week for cancer treatment, never giving anything but 100% at every single performance. It was thrilling to work with her, and I was so honored when she called me her theatre daughter, because I knew her daughters, Nava and Zola, and what daughters. We were devastated when we lost her 1 week after the end of the Fiddler on the Roof season. When I was offered the role of Chayela in the play Ghetto by Joshua Sobol, I didn't hesitate for a moment. It's a play with music about the VILNA ghetto, so I rushed to see Xavier, Chayela's husband. He verified many of the facts and gave me important background into many of the characters who are depicted in the play. Through grueling workshops and rehearsals, I began to have a glimpse into the suffering, the horror, the danger. Despite the pain and destruction of everyday life, they raised their Jewish voices. What they couldn't say, they sang. It was a symbol of defiance. I felt so close to Chayela. I wanted to channel her spirit because I wanted to portray her authentically. And I felt she guided me in all the performances. The first time I saw Nava, she was a young girl singing in one of Gertie Haas's memorable concerts. She shone on stage and off. Immediately we had a connection and we formed a close, unbreakable bond, even by death. Nava was vibrant. She was funny, self-deprecating, a gypsy, and multi-talented. She could always reinvent herself and become a master of many genres. Her brilliant one-woman show, Better Don't Talk, traveled widely. And the work that she did with children of the perpetrators and children of the victims built many bridges and healed many chasms. We lost her far too soon at the age of 57, with so much still inside her. But we have the legacy of her documentary and her light. And Zola, my Zolinka, the second child of 2 Holocaust survivors and an accomplished sister. How proud they would all be of her. Composer, arranger, performer, teacher, mentor, coach, a person of integrity, trying to find meaning in the journeys of the people who went before her, the people she had lost. She has recorded many CDs and worked with hundreds of children. Her songs that she composed for Yom HaShoah are widely performed, and she has set up a treasure trove in a website for Chayela and her brother Leib, who was murdered 2 days before liberation. She is my cherished friend, and she holds the Rosenthal Piatka flame very, very high. She will carry the light and the talent forward, because Zola is still here. A family of 4. My privilege to know.